We're gonna hang out here, peacefully protest on public property, and hopefully we don't have any issues here, but we just want to expose Sergeant Brian Fahey to the world. So we have Fire Sergeant Brian Fahey. It has an LED screen on the back, both sides, and in the front. So if you see the other side here, we could just take a look at the video of him assaulting me right where we're standing. And we're here to expose him. The internal affairs cover up everything. Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward, that he thought my camera was a firearm. Look at this animal. He's an animal.
Hello guys, this is Auditing Haverhill, Massachusetts, and in today's video we are featuring Sean Paul Reyes, Long Island Audit, back in Connecticut, where he was assaulted and harassed on 2 or 3 different occasions. So as Sean would say, let's get into it.
And then when he got cleared, he did it again. Acted like an unhinged tyrant that he is. Look at him. Security camera footage sees him catches him grabbing my cell phone in his left hand there. Sergeant Brian Fahey assaulted a journalist on 2 separate occasions, and Internal Affairs covered it up.
Mr. Reyes, good afternoon, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Thomas Corman, badge number 101.
Okay.
Film out here all day long, don't care about that. Truck can't park there, though.
Why?
If you put it in a parking spot,
Why
it's
is-
a fire lane.
Why is that?
It's a fire lane?
It's not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane, sir.
Last time I was here, Sergeant, I just want to say one thing. Last time I was here, Sergeant, you had a taco truck
I got you.
parked right here
and you
for
haven't
the
seen
entire
it,
lunch.
You haven't seen it in a while, okay?
But there's a taco truck that parks right here.
There hasn't been in quite some time.
So you agree that this is not a fire lane because there's nothing
No,
marking
I agree
it.
This is a fire lane.
But there's nothing
So I'm
marking
asking
it
you
as a
for the truck.
fire lane.
I'm asking you for the
But
truck.
there's nothing marking it as a fire lane. Can we get legal out here? Can you call somebody down from legal?
They've already been advised.
Okay, this is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane.
Farmer shot here talking. Thank you.
It is not a fire lane.
So if you watch Long Island Audit's videos from the previous visits that he had at the Connecticut headquarters, you see that these guys just make things up as they go along. Horrible. Horrible. Let's continue.
Absolutely ridiculous. I just want to show every single one of you watching. This is not a fire lane. They're upset that I'm exposing the truth. That's why they're upset. Where do you see anything that says fire lane here? Where? Where does it say fire lane? They are trying their best to silence me, just like Nassau County did. And do you see what happened? Nassau County tried to prevent me from renting billboards, and we went out and purchased our own. Yeah, he's a thug. I want to expose him to his face. You think he gets the picture?
Yeah, oh, he did mention.
That's when you know everything's gonna go downhill. Mr. Reyes, we don't care about you filming. You know, we really just care about this huge LED billboard truck behind you exposing a supervisor in this department that assaulted you right here. That's what we really care about. Can you imagine their reaction when they looked outside of their window here at the Connecticut State Police headquarters and they see this? I would pay anything to be a fly on that wall inside. Can you imagine such an unhinged lunatic like Sergeant Brian Fahey being in charge of whether somebody gets a pistol permit? It's absolutely mind-blowing. This psycho is in charge of people getting their pistol permit. I'm told through my sources it's because Sergeant Brian Fahey is inside the Connecticut State Police headquarters because he's a danger to society. He cannot be out on the street. And that is proven right. This video proves he's an unhinged, thin blue line gang member. He has the tattoos to match. And he's a danger to society. And he's emailing people that are petitioning their grievances to him saying, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna get promoted soon. It's absolutely bonkers. He's gonna get promoted after the 2 assaults he committed, depriving me of my property, violating my First Amendment right, Fourth Amendment right, and he's gonna get promoted. That's what the Connecticut State Police wants to do, is promote a lunatic and a complete and utter criminal savage like Sergeant Brian Fahey. Come on. Connecticut State Police, you got to do better. Commissioner, you got to do better. We need high standards, not low standards of law enforcement officers.
Mr. Reyes. Okay, so we asked you to move the truck once. We're asking you a second time. It is a security risk. The truck needs to be moved.
I thought.
Well, wait, a security risk? First it was a fire lane, and now it's a security risk. Wow. Let's continue.
It was a fire lane.
That is yet to be determined, but I've just been told that.
But you were so confident before.
And I am.
You were confident it's a fire lane.
Hey, fire marshal's on the way. That's his discretion.
So you're switching from, how is it a security risk?
Mr. Reyes.
No, I'm asking you questions. This is my First Amendment right.
Okay,
We have a right in this
because
country
it
to
is a
protest our
security risk.
government.
You're correct.
What is the security risk about a billboard
box
truck?
A billboard truck being parked unattended in front of a billboard.
It's not unattended.
It is
I'm
unattended.
You can't make this stuff up.
I'm right here.
No,
There's no
it's
driver in it.
unattended.
So, as I said,
Wow.
There's no
Keep
driver
watching.
in it, really?
Correct. Yes, there's no operator in the vehicle, so it's parked.
So if he sits in the vehicle, it's fine. It's not a security risk anymore. It's ridiculous.
As long as it's here for a brief time frame for delivery, that's fine. Anyways, Mr. Reyes, as I've explained, the truck needs to be moved because it's a security risk. You can park it in the lot in any one of the spots you want. Don't care. That's fine. It cannot remain where it is, or the vehicle will be towed. And I'm letting you know that now.
But who's giving you this authority to do this?
Mr. Reyes?
Why are you violating our First Amendment
Thank you
right?
very much, Mr. Reyes. Have a great afternoon.
You're from legal, right?
Yeah, Mr. Reyes, hi, how are you?
Yes, we met before. Yes, we did met before.
Okay.
You're from legal. I'm trying to understand, what about on public property? I'm not blocking anything. This is not a no parking zone. He went from saying it was a fire zone to now it's a security risk. It's kind of ridiculous. This is my First Amendment right to protest on my government. I have a right to protest here. This is publicly accessible. I'm not inside. This is publicly accessible area. I have a right to protest. I'm not illegally parked. There's nothing I'm doing that's wrong. Yes, it's a billboard truck, right? Probably don't want to show an officer assaulting.
Again, the content's not an issue here. It's the physical location of the truck, as you heard the officer.
So what about it as a
I'm gonna defer
security
to their
risk?
I'm not sure why they have legal there, but this guy is a complete clown.
Security risk, I'm going to defer to the
But you're
officer.
legal. This is your purview of this is legal. You
Yeah,
should
I'm
know about
deferring to
First
the
Amendment
officer.
right.
I'm deferring to the officer's judgment at this point about the security risk. If you have any questions about policies and procedures, you're more than welcome to.
Can I speak to somebody above a sergeant?
More like I don't want to get in trouble and go over the sergeant's head. Or they want to work here because I make a lot of money from public funds. So yeah, I'm gonna go with what the sergeant's saying.
Can I speak to somebody above a sergeant and they can explain to me what the security risk is? It's kind of unfair that I'm not even being explained what the security risk is, other than it's a box truck parked in front, illegally parked in front of the Connecticut State. Can I at least know the security risk? What is the security risk? You saw him come out here. I tried to have a discussion with him like I'm talking to you, sir, and he won't have any discussion with me. He's like, it's a security risk. Move it or else. I'm going to tow your vehicle. What is the security risk? What is the reasonableness of preventing speech? Because you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow up. You tow my vehicle and you arrest me or whatever you're going to do, I'm going to follow up and it's going to be in a court's hands. So as legal, you're going to have to deal with that, right? So why can't we just solve this right here? Give me a good enough reason on what's a security risk from me. You know who I am. My name is Sean Paul Reyes. He came out and said, hi, Mr. Reyes. So you can't use the excuse of an unknown man parking in front of the Connecticut State Police. You know who I am. I'm recording. I have a photographer with me. I have a news outlet with me. And this is going to be for everybody to see. The Connecticut State Police violating my rights for what? I'm not going inside. I don't want to talk to Sergeant Brian Fahey. I want to expose what he did to me. That's all I want to do. I want to expose what he did to me, and that's my right. Are we in Connecticut? Are we in the United States of America? This is the Constitution state. Constitution state, crying out loud. Come on. Like, this is a peaceful protest here. And you're going to tow my vehicle and all these things just because I'm having a peaceful protest? It doesn't make any sense. Have you seen the video? What this man did was egregious, and he got away with it. This is crimes that you're looking at on this billboard truck. Those are crimes. And he still works here. And he's telling people via email he's going to get promoted. I filed an internal affairs complaint on the second incident. Haven't heard anything back. It's been over a year for a 3-minute incident of him slamming a door on my leg. This is ridiculous. I have the right to do this. And the court will see this whole entire video uncut, and they will see I never was a threat. This is not in a fire lane, as he lied and said when he first came out here and then came out with a security threat. It's going to seem like, to a court, at least in my opinion, my non-legal opinion, seem like, well, you said it was a fire lane and now you're just making up an excuse as a security threat. That's what I would argue. You're making a security threat issue when you know who it is. You know I'm not a threat to the Connecticut State Police in any way. You all are threats to me. You all are threats to me, and the video proves it. That is a Connecticut State Police officer assaulting me.
Mr. Reyes, you've been asked to move the truck. You've been heard the security risks.
I didn't hear the security risk.
I don't think we are going to disclose what we believe the security risks are when we are being filmed and recorded. I think you would understand why we would want to not broadcast security risks to the public, as well as I'm sure
that's ridiculous.
An international audience. So that would be just a immediate concern that I would have. But
so where are you
if
saying?
You have any
What happens?
About policies
Okay.
or procedures, you're more than welcome to file a FOIA request. If you would like to follow up on your internal affairs request, you have the information to follow up on that.
Right. So I'm just going to ask you one last question. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate it.
I'll hear you out.
I appreciate it.
I'm not trying to stop you from your speech.
Right. I appreciate it. You're more concerned with me showing a Connecticut State Police officer.
No, you can show it anywhere, and I think look at all the glass here. Plenty of people can see it. Plenty of people will see it. All the people who come
So can you? So if it's a security risk here, okay, listen. If it's a security risk here, where is there not a security risk? Is that fair?
Parking space.
Is that fair? So I'm going to park it right in front, right on the public street, right here. Is that still a security risk to you?
I would have to.
Are you guys still scared of my box truck? Are you guys still scared of a billboard truck?
You're not letting me answer the question.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. I would have to defer to the operations and the security. I cannot answer that as an attorney.
Well, before I move it, can I know? Is that fair? Can I know if you're still going to tow my property and arrest me if I go across the street? Because if I move there and then I just want clarification. Before I move it, can I get clarification from a law enforcement officer on where exactly they feel safe with my billboard truck? Is that okay?
I'll discuss it, but again, I'm going to defer to the operational teams.
Right, but I'm just saying where you could defer to them on where.
I can't tell you.
I think that's a reasonable
where
request.
today,
No, I'm not saying you are going to tell me. Obviously, you're just saying security reasons, right? But I don't know if it's a security threat right in front, 10 feet away. I don't know if it's a security threat. It's not a security threat here, but according to you, in your mind, and the operations mind, it's a security threat. So I'm just asking you, is it a security threat if I move it 20 feet away on the public street? Is it still a security threat? So can I understand that, sir.
Enforce traffic laws as well.
I understand that, sir. But can I speak to somebody who?
I'll discuss it further. I'll bring the request in, and at this point you have been asked to move the traffic, and I think we're all set.
Ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Connecticut State Police have earned themselves a federal lawsuit. We're gonna move right to the front of the street here because I don't want our beautiful LED billboard truck to be towed, but they just earned themselves another lawsuit. I'll add it to the Sergeant Brian Fahey lawsuit that he'll be served with imminently.
Mr. Reyes.
I'm moving the
Park
truck.
across the street, that's fine.
Moving
I don't
the
care.
truck.
Put it in the road, just make sure you don't get in
I
traffic.
can't hear you.
Can you tell Faye to keep his hands to himself, please? I don't know how.
I talked to legal and I'm moving the truck to the street.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just don't get in the way of traffic, that's all.
Right, well there's sides of the
You know, I
road.
got you, and that's perfectly acceptable, that's fine.
Right, so can you explain to me, Officer Sergeant, what is the security threat? I'm going to move it.
It's a security threat to be in front of the building like this. We haven't.
But you have taco trucks that go inside of the building.
So those get pretty clear, okay? But I'm not going to get into that right now with you, okay? It's a security threat. The vehicle needs to move. You're putting the road. That's
And I just want to clarify one last thing, because I told you I'm going to move it under
and
threat.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
If I don't move it, you will tow it.
That is correct.
You will tow it. Okay, that's all I needed is damages towards. You said that if I don't move it, you're going to tow it. That's all I need.
That is correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I wouldn't be arrested or anything. Would you arrest
No,
me?
the vehicle would be towed.
The vehicle would just be towed if I didn't move it.
Correct.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's fair at all, sir.
Okay. Well, I can appreciate your opinion on
This
that.
is free speech. This is
I can
free
appreciate your
speech.
opinion on
This
that.
is the United States of America, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.
You're a disgrace to that badge, sir. You're supposed to uphold the United States Constitution and our constitutional rights, and you're upholding Sergeant Brian Fahey's rights. You're upholding some fictional security threat that doesn't exist. Shame on you, cowards. Absolutely disgusting. Is that a tow truck? Is that a tow truck?
It is a tow truck. I don't know if it's for you or not. Suspicious.
Think they got the message?
I'm in newish to town. I don't know if you guys are like,
No, look.
in English, I'm curious. What's up?
Yeah, no problem. So you see over there on the billboard truck, on the LED billboard truck, that is a sergeant of the Connecticut State Police Department. That happened right here.
Teach me something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a sergeant of the Connecticut State Police Department. His name's Brian Fahey. That's me. You see him grabbing me?
What happened?
Yeah. I was out here filming, doing an open records request,
sure.
and he went psycho on me and he was unhinged. He started assaulting me. He took my camera, broke my camera, and when I made a complaint to Internal Affairs, this is what happened. He did it again. That's him again. Look at him. He's a complete unhinged psycho, and he's a supervisor here. He's a supervisor here, and Internal Affairs, you can see the security camera footage I got through an open records request, him grabbing it. They cleared him. They said that he grabbed my shirt. You just watched the video, right? He said he grabbed my shirt to save me from falling backwards, and that he thought my camera.
And he approached you.
Yeah. And he broke my camera because through his training and experience, cameras can be disguised as firearms. Right. So
007?
007 type activity going on here. It's crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we decided to move our peaceful protest to the parking lot right where the employee entrance is. No one's ever going to intimidate us. We parked very close to the building, but in the back of the building, and it's obviously almost just as close as we were before, but all of a sudden, we're not a security threat anymore. This isn't a security threat. What's the security threat? They could have brought dogs. They could have asked to search the vehicle. I would have, of course, denied that because it's my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to any unreasonable searches or seizures. But there was no investigation work done here, ladies and gentlemen. This is tyranny. This is anti-transparency, anti-accountability, and I expect nothing less from the corrupt State Police. The employee entrance and exit. We decided to park the billboard truck. So as they're coming out, it is about 4 o'clock. They should be leaving at 5 o'clock. We're gonna get their reactions, try to get some comment from what they think about what's going on here with Sergeant Brian Fahey and the cover up by Internal Affairs, and Internal Affairs not handling the second complaint and covering that up as well. So we're gonna hang out here and continue our peaceful protest. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there. You're part of the command staff. Tyrant. The man we were just trying to speak to, asking him about Sergeant Brian Fahey's egregious and unhinged behavior, turns out he is the Connecticut State Police Commissioner, the top dog, Ronald Higgins, who is quoted as saying he wants to change the culture of policing in the Connecticut. Change the culture, Ronald, really. You wouldn't even take my questions, you wouldn't talk to me, you said have a nice day and drove off in your $100,000 taxpayer-funded SUV you take home, and you haven't done anything to rectify the unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey. Shame on you, Ronald. You gotta do better, you gotta be better for we the people, as a public servant, as a leader of the Connecticut State Police Department. Not ignore journalist questions, not ignore egregious criminal unhinged behavior. We have been out here for several hours. It is now 5:30. We're waiting to see if we can get some comment from Sergeant Brian Fahey regarding his egregious, unhinged, and unlawful actions. Unfortunately, we haven't seen him. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel, hit the like button, share this video. I will be going to Internal Affairs to follow up on the complaint that I made against Sergeant Brian Fahey, the second complaint, the first one they covered up. And I also will be filing a complaint against the sergeant who violated my First Amendment right today. You guys know me, we follow up, we do our best to hold them accountable. Federal lawsuits are incoming, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll bring the billboard truck with me to Internal Affairs. Maybe, hopefully they don't see it as a security threat. Stay tuned. The billboard truck is going to be featured in a lot more videos, a lot more protests. We're going to get our point across. And again, if you would like to rent the billboard truck, send an email to peoplesbillboard@gmail.com. It will be in the description. Whether you're a small business on Long Island or anywhere across the country, or you have a protest, let me know. I can find you. a billboard truck that won't be scared of going against the government. And it's great for small businesses, local businesses. I want to help my community. So I appreciate all your support in helping me get the billboard truck. It was quite a process and it's quite a learning experience for me. But we, the people, will not be silenced. We will make our voices heard here every single time. We will never be silenced. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
So guys, go subscribe to Long Island Audit, Mr. Sean Paul. He has great videos up in there, and he does have all the video footage from the previous encounters with this Sergeant Fahey. This guy has been a huge menace from the start. I've been watching him for a while, so go check him out.